Welcome on back to another episode of Trapdoor to Hell. Not joining me now, but joining me in just a bit. We're gonna have a full row gang of the gang. Donny, Cheese, Tyler, Dominic. They all came on. We had a great draft. We pre-recorded it, so I'm doing the intro for it now. Just real quick off the top, keep doing the thing you're doing, keep listening, subscribing on YouTube, hitting the like button, all that stuff helps me grow the page as much as possible. So I can try and, do better stuff. The more I get interaction from you guys, the more it makes me want to keep putting out better stuff for you guys. So like what you listen to, do all that. We're still everywhere on audio versions, Spotify, all that. Spotify, iTunes, everywhere you get that. So if you're, unable to watch the YouTube, which we're trying to grow, but want to continue to listen on audio version, that's still available for you guys. Make sure you subscribe to that. Subscribe to that stuff and all that. In on my Twitter, pinned tweet on the Facebook, at Trapdoor Pod, Trapdoor to Hell. The pinned tweet on Twitter is the movie rankings that I've been putting together. So, for example, we just put in, I just put in Where the Crawdads Sing. Just saw that one. Go there, look at the scores, see what you think, see if you agree. Come back to the Facebook page or the Twitter and gripe about what I have to say about movies. Interaction is great. I love it. I want to interact with you guys. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Here is the draft. And the draft will end, and that'll be the end of the episode. So thank you guys for listening again. Bye.
Oh, there he is.
He knows how to use that. That's what he is a expert at using changes.
There he is.
Sorry.
The goat.
Sorry.
Hello, Tyler. Hello, Tyler is a cuck.
Hello, Tyler is a cuck.
Hello.
How we doing? How we doing?
Well, thank you guys for coming on. I'm going to have the intro to this already said, so let's get right into it. First of all, thank you guys for doing this. Are you guys excited for this draft?
No.
Ecstatic. Ecstatic.
Very excited.
Just a little intro for the listeners. We are drafting biggest beefs. Loose term on beefs. It doesn't have to be completely labeled as a beef, but we will be McDonald's. Fucking, that actually sounds delicious right now. We will be drafting that. We were supposed to have Hardy on for this. He's not going to make it no longer, so it is us 5 for the draft of the biggest beefs. How would do you guys have any thoughtful ideas to pick the order? Or
I think you got to go with a wheel, right?
A good old fashioned wheel.
Good old fashioned wheel.
I don't know how to set, I don't know how to use the wheel anymore. I'd have to pull that up. Let me do this. Let's what's a wheel? since Dominic is the only person to never do this, what I'll do is I'll start off with a trivia question. All right.
Jesus.
I have to think.
It's not going to be. These aren't going to
be.
be very difficult because one of you has to get it right. I'm going to go Dominic, Donny, Cheese, and then Tyler. I will fall wherever I fall. It is 1 through 5 in snake draft style. Dominic, are you ready for the trivia question?
I'm ready to make an ass of myself. Sure.
What was the first Pixar film ever made?
First Pixar?
Yep.
The fuck?
You got this, buddy.
Fuck.
Not Disney. Pixar.
Toy Story.
That is.
Yeah.
That's incorrect, right? Yeah.
That's incorrect.
That's incorrect. Sorry. Donnie, it's yours.
I don't know. I pick Toy Story. That's my guess.
He
Okay.
just guessed Toy Story.
That's his answer. Let him
Wait,
answer.
no. Toy Story is right. We were wrong.
Hey.
Toy Story is right. Dominic, pick 1 through 5.
Because
Wait a second.
I thought you were gonna get smart and do the little toy clappy thingy. I thought like the feature short. I thought that's where you were going.
No.
I had that one. I don't know what it's called, but I had that
I
one
always
locked.
confused that Bugs Life wasn't made before.
When did Bugs Life come out? That's what
98. I mix them up. I mix those years up. No worries. Dominic, go ahead and pick first. You get first pick here.
And
1
these
through
are
5.
These are the movie guys.
Yes, we are.
The Disney guys too.
I'm not always the best. I know them.
So wait, my name in my first pick? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, you get to pick your spot,
Oh.
1 through 5. You want the wraparound? You want the first overall pick? What do you want?
I'll go number 2.
Number 2.
Solid spot. Solid spot.
All right, Donnie. You ready for this?
Yeah.
In both Thor Ragnarok and the new Thor Love and Thunder, who is the actor who plays the actor version of Thor? Or, sorry, not Thor, of Loki.
I don't know why I took my headphones off. I still heard it.
Wait, can you repeat that?
In the movie Thor and Thor... The movie Thor and Thor Love of Thunder, they
Thor
have
Ragnarok.
the scenes. Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love of Thunder, they have the scenes where they're putting on a play. Who is the
Uh-huh.
actor that plays Loki in that play? 10.
I don't know.
Brandon, it's your shot.
Ooh, Brandon, we're being official. So I do remember it. I remember it standing out to me, but I forget what exactly his name is. So Tyler might get this one, but I'm gonna
No.
say,
Come
is
on.
it?
You got it. Come on. You know it.
I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Is it Matt Damon?
That
You
boy.
That is
Fucking
correct.
cock.
Matt Damon.
Fucking
Yes.
cock.
That was the
Oh,
only
man.
name that came to mind, but I just felt like it wasn't right. But I had
Fuck.
nothing else, so I just said it.
Okay, Cheese, where would you like to pick?
I feel like all the ones I have locked won't be taken, so I'll go a little later. I'll go 4.
4. Oh, that's a bad spot according to Barstool Chicago. All right, we're back here to Donnie. Let's see here. Let's do what was the name of the movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger stars alongside Danny DeVito?
No clue.
Also, all right, no clue. Tyler, go ahead.
Holy shit, I'm blanking. Oh no. Danny DeVito.
Oh, I thought I was doing easy ones. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck me. Was that? I want to say Kindergarten Cop, but I don't think it's Kindergarten Cop. Let's just go with it.
It's not Kindergarten Cop.
Fuck. God damn.
All right, let me see.
So is this you just get that and then we'll go?
No,
you
you
get to
two.
choose your
I'll
position?
follow. I'll
Oh,
follow wherever
okay.
I fall. I'm the
Gotcha.
draft host here. I go wherever I go.
Can I get the
I didn't
answer,
write
please?
movie
'Cause that was gonna
trivia,
piss
so I'm
me
just.
off.
What's up?
I mean, we would have been over
Can I-
by now. if
Can
we
I
had
get
a
the Can I get the answer, please? Because that's gonna piss me off.
Twins.
Ah, fuck! It was twins.
What's Freddy's last name from Nightmare on Elm Street? Donnie.
I don't know any movie stuff, bro. I don't know.
Tyler.
All right,
Where do you
Freddy
wanna pick?
Krueger. Freddy, you can put me at 3.
Where do you want to pick first or last, Donnie? Number 5 gets the loop around.
Sure, last.
Okay. That means I get to go first. This is great for me.
I mean, it's
love
your
it.
show. You bet it's only apropos you pick first.
I don't think anybody's ever thought of this, but I would be remiss to call this not the biggest beef in literal history. My beef for the number one pick of biggest beefs of all time is going to be the Jews and Hitler. Adolf Hitler and the Jews.
I literally was gonna put
was a
that
good one.
on my list, and my manager was like, "No, it's not a good idea."
Well, it was a great idea. It was 1-1.
Great
Uh,
pick. Great pick.
Yeah, no, I mean, millions of them died because of this beef. There was a war started and ended because of this beef. The nuclear bomb was created because of this beef. A lot of things stem from Adolf Hitler's beef with the Jews. And I'm glad to have it as my number 1 pick.
Great. It's great. I don't know why you let our
Bravo.
manager.
Good answer.
Low.
Good answer. Good answer.
Low hanging fruit.
Very, very low hanging fruit.
I mean, sometimes the obvious one is the obvious one for a reason. That takes us to Dominic at number 2. Dominic, your
So-
pick for the second.
So I didn't really like list these off. I'm like trying to read through them, and like, I mean, Hitler and the
You're
Jews
telling
are-
me you don't have a giant big board ranked and by position and everything, Dominic, for this
no,
draft?
I just started jotting down. You can ask Tyler. I was just like, give me some ideas because I thought only like a few of them. Oh, look!
Thanks,
he
Mary.
made an appearance. Oh, he said thank you.
Wait, who?
Travis said
Mary?
thank you.
You're welcome.
So
You
okay.
gotta fix it then.
Okay, I'm trying to pick here. Jesus. So my number 1 is going to be, because it affected me personally, Fortnite versus Apple. Because they took away the best mobile god in the world. So, yes.
Fortnite versus Apple. So I don't really know what happened here. What is the beef between Fortnite and Apple? Can you please explain to me?
you didn't
And
hear
I'm
about
sure
that?
Donnie doesn't know. No, I don't know.
No,
I mean,
I've
we're
never-
telling
I've never
everyone.
played that game.
You tell them we don't have a bunch of Fortnite players on that listen to this game.
What? No, basically, I think what Fortnite was offering it was something basically Apple got frustrated that they were getting screwed over on some monies.
Okay,
And they-
pretty much. Apple.
Yeah, you explain it, Brandon.
Yes, Apple didn't want Fortnite to take like all the in-game purchases. They wanted a cut, and Fortnite was like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna get our money." And Apple was like, "No, that's our money." And they were like, "All right, Fortnite, fuck you. You're not on, iPhones and on the App Store, pretty much." And I mean, this happened like 2-3 years ago, and I haven't kept up with it. I think it's still going on, but
You think they're still in litigation over this, or do you
Yeah,
think
I
they
think
finally
they
just
are.
gave up?
no, this is like millions and billions of dollars are being fought because Fortnite is. I know it's kind of fallen off still, but it's still a huge game, and there's a lot of money up for grabs for this.
Yep.
And they're
Fort-
they're asking for money, I think, because they say they deserve a cut of the in-game purchase.
well,
Yeah,
It's a lot.
Wow.
we've gone from Hitler and the Jews to Fortnite
Now,
versus Apple.
Fortnite versus Apple. No one cares.
Let's see where this thing is going to go now. Nobody cares.
That's a banger, dude. Jesus.
All right.
Dominic, that was a great pick. Good job, buddy. Good job. It
Quit
cut close
sucking
to
his
your heart.
dick, dude.
Hey,
Quit
I
sucking his dick.
honestly thought that was going to be a bigger deal, but I guess not. My
All
other
right.
picks are way better. Don't
Apple
worry,
and
way
Fortnite.
better.
Tyler, why don't you
right,
pick
all
number
right.
3?
Pick number 3, maybe not as big as Apple versus Fortnite, but this brought a lot of good.
Not as big.
This-
Not as big.
This brought a lot of good memes for me. Was Floyd Mayweather versus 50 Cent. I think it was in like the summer of 2016 or something like that when 50 was just making Instagram posts calling Floyd Mayweather out, saying that he didn't know how to read, and it was just pure comedy, just constant.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a pretty good one. I mean, he went in hard and harder and harder on him not being able to read.
I think
Didn't
they got to the point where it was like Jimmy Fallon offered, like, you could come on the show, we'll give you $50,000 if you could read the first page of a Harry Potter book.
Yeah,
Good,
and
yeah,
he declined for a reason.
yeah. Don't know how to read.
That was a good pick. I had that one on my board. It was a little more specific. It was just Floyd Mayweather versus reading a book, but that was a good pick.
That's good.
It's a little taste of the specificity. That's
I
not even a word, but
like
it is
that.
now
But
on my list. I got.
I did say think outside the box when I texted you guys, and that's thinking outside the box. But if you want to go right into it, Cheese, this is your pick, so go ahead. Your next pick
All
for
right, it's my pick.
best piece, biggest piece.
So it's only apropos that curveballs and chair shots. It's here, so I had to go with the wrestling beef, and I feel like this is the only one that I feel you guys might have taken for me. So I will go with the biggest beef in wrestling, and that is Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Both of them petty, just drew and a lot of monies. Make the monies.
No,
and-
that's a great pick because I think that would be if I went wrestling in any of these picks. I mean, it's on my big board. If I went wrestling in any of these picks, that would be the one I would go for.
or it could have went with Vince McMahon versus God. That's always a great one, especially
That would have been better.
Well, he's still got some.
It's a
He's
big-
got some splaining to do.
Vince McMahon
Donnie,
versus Consent is also another one I could have picked.
Donnie, what did you think of the pick?
Cool.
Thanks for the input, Donny. Dominic?
Very cool. Hey, that's great beef. Everyone's been thinking about.
Dominic, do you have any commentary on that pick?
On what? On what?
It's
Cheese just picked
Steve
Stone
Austin.
Cold versus
Dude,
Vince
wrestling's
McMahon.
fake. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Right?
Amen,
You can
brother.
say that
it's
on this
great
one, huh?
entertainment.
Yeah.
Very worldwide entertainment.
Careful, don't trigger Brandon.
All right, then. I guess
Dominic,
we'll-
it's not fake, it's predetermined. It's just like the movies. Like, you don't say that about Marvel.
I do say it all the time. When me and Donnie start arguing about who's better, Iron Man or Captain America, and I have to just go to myself, it's all fake, Travis. It's all fake, Travis.
Don't get too worked up about it.
It's just a comic. I get worked up all the time.
Donnie, we're swinging to you now at the 5, and you have a back-to-back pick. So pick your first one, and then we'll talk about it, and then then you can take your second one afterwards.
Okay, so the first one is
This is the
white
end of the
people
first
versus
round.
White people versus black people.
All right,
Jesus Christ.
starting off
Okay.
fucking hot.
Go
Holy
right
shit.
for it.
Oh!
What? Do I need to say more? It's still going on. So
Why don't you move on
Sign
to
up on Twitter.
your second round pick?
second round pick is Los Angeles Police Department and riots, especially in the 90s.
I think that
Oh,
counts a little bit towards the first
Oh
pick,
fuck!
too.
I think he's got a trend going here.
Well,
Oh, I shouldn't have picked
let's
next to
go for
Donnie.
the jugular.
God damn it.
How do you follow that up, G? That's tough.
I know. There's
Those
no,
are
I don't
two-
think there's
two,
really.
two great. I mean, we've had in the first round, we've had the Hitler and Jews and blacks versus whites come off the board.
But above all, Fortnite versus Apple.
Fortnite
That's the biggest
versus
one
Apple.
out of all of them.
That's the best one out of all of them.
you two, and your picks are here, and Fortnite versus Apple.
I know.
I'm all the thing is too is my big board, if you guys could look at it, like I'll tell you, there's like it's like here and then it's down here and like there's stuff in the middle, like it goes all over because I want to cover a full spectrum. Donnie just went fucking with his 2 picks. LAPD versus riots. All right. Well, geez. If nobody does anybody have anything else to say about white versus black people or
Yes,
LAPD
Dominic, what's your
versus
thoughts on this?
riots?
I mean, I'm already pegged to racist at work, so I'll just shut the fuck up.
You're pegged to racist at work. Hold on. Let's
Yep.
unpack this. Why are you pegged to racist at work?
Because my coworker who
But did you tell him your fiance's Mexican?
he knows my fiance's Mexican.
Yeah, you tell
that
him.
mean-
You should
yeah,
tell him next time
you're
you
not
go in there.
racist.
Tell him that you know a black guy. You grew up with my cousin Marcus Perkins.
Yeah, exactly, right? So but there's someone who's not gonna his name rhymes with Ryler and he just, likes to fuck with me every day at work, purposely.
Who's Skylar?
Hey, is that guy? Does that guy Ryler?
How do you let? Yeah. How do you let another man bully you like that?
I mean, it's pretty easy.
Dominic, don't let Skylar fucking
So who's
determine.
who's the real cuck?
Me.
Yeah. Does Ryler like to watch people have sex with his significant other as well?
I mean, you have to ask him that. I don't know.
Oh,
But we don't know
Ryler.
Ryler. Who's Ryler?
Gotta
I
get
can't
down the
make-
podcast.
I can't wait to meet this Ryler one day.
Yeah.
All right, Cheese. Why don't we go right into your pick?
Okay. So it's very hard. I'm in a very tough position right now following Donnie, but we're gonna do a little palate cleanser. I've been watching a lot of Better Call Saul recently, so I'm kind of in the mind of Breaking Bad. And there's a lot of different beefs that have gone on, but I'm going to go a little stupid petty beef, and we're going to go with Walter White versus the Fly. There's just a stupid fly in the meth lab, and he just fucking tears the whole place apart just to kill this one fucking fly. And it's an okay episode.
That's more stupid
it's a-
than my pick.
It is a very stupid pick, but we're going to cleanse. We're going to do not
We needed
ethnic
that.
cleansing.
See. Well, let me make a commentary, right? Because I'm gonna try and put this into a graphic. I don't know how I'm gonna do it now with LA.
I actually have one pick that I think is going to go great with Donnie's picks if he continues on this trajectory.
But
Sort of, yeah.
the thing that is weird is you picked a very popular TV show that people can relate to, but at the same time you picked probably the most controversial episode of the whole show. So
Smart
like
man.
you're splitting votes. Is that a smart man?
I mean,
I didn't know it was so controversial. I mean, I'm the one who just watched it, on Netflix for like a couple months. So
Well, you should go to r/Breaking Bad. They taught that's like one of the biggest their biggest threads they have on there is people talking back and forth about the Fly episode, because some people think it's really, really, really good, and then other people think it's bad. So it's
The
interesting when
pick-
you say like this is
the pick
okay.
should have been the beef between the people who think that the Fly episode is good and the pick of the people who think it's bad.
It
Then
would
you
have
would have
been
really then you would have really got the votes out of it.
maybe,
Or
possibly,
you just don't watch it like me.
There you go.
or
That
don't
too.
watch it like Dominic.
All right.
All right,
Let me
we're
back
we're back at
back
Tyler.
to me.
Yeah.
We're back to
Excellent
me,
pick.
and we're going. I wish I was piggybacking Donnie on that last pick, because my next pick involves Donnie, and it's Donnie versus the liberal agenda. It's one of my favorite beefs of all time. I mean, I love following Donnie on all social medias because of the posts that I see get put on the story and the Twitter, and it brings a lot of joy into my life, Donnie.
So I've gotten a lot of posts removed, like on that like fake Twitter. Like I'd like retweet stuff, or I'd comment retweet, retweet, and it'd get taken down. So that's I've been therapy dog. The therapy dog.
The therapy dog.
At Therapy Dog.
Like it's still active, right? You're not banned. I just haven't seen it in a while. That's why.
I made a new. I'm not on it though. I made a new one.
Fuck.
I can't. I don't remember the password or anything.
Damn it, Donnie.
I keep trying to get him
these accounts back.
Yeah, I tried to get him to bring it back, and he's like, I forgot the whole password and everything, so I can't sign
Son of
into
a
it.
bitch. Those are some of my favorite things. So that's one of my favorite beefs.
Yeah, this is a little inside baseball here. So Dominic, I'm sure you really probably don't know about Donnie versus the liberal agenda, do you?
Nope.
Yeah, Donnie, very famous for going at AOC on Twitter and the likes of people like that.
Love to see it.
I wish I could pull up some of my. I'm gonna have to go. You know what I'm gonna do on a separate time, and I'm gonna save it for like a regular scheduled show. I'm gonna do my TikTok thing, and I'm also gonna pull up some of my favorite therapy dog tweets of all time. Read them on air.
Yes, that'd be great.
That would be fantastic. But let's go ahead and move this on. Next pick. It's right back to you, Dominic, for your second round pick.
Well, I mean, I wrote this down as a joke. So this is where I'm gonna get ridiculed for it, because
Wait,
I
you wrote
thought
it down
the
as a
Fortnite-
joke?
Yeah, I wrote this down as a joke, and then I should have went with it first. I put North versus South Korea.
Good answer.
I mean, it plays really good.
I mean, if
mean-
he could play the Hitler Jew card,
Well,
then you
that's-
could easily play North and South Korea.
Yeah, I have no problems
Well,
with
Dominic,
that.
could you please go over the intricate history of North and South Korea and their beef?
Well, it was one big Korea, and then some
Got it.
northern guy was like, "Hey, I want to be like these people," and then the South were like, "No, we don't want that." And then
Dominic, could you also do it in your Oscar impression too?
nah, I can't do that. Sorry, bud.
Come on, I mean, I know it's Japanese, but it's close enough. Could you do a Korean?
I don't know how to speak
Oscar
Korean. I'm
asked-
sorry.
okay,
Sorry.
okay.
If you do it, I promise I won't clip this and to put it as an individual short clip on Twitter or
Okay,
Facebook.
do it as Oscar narrating. So you're Oscar telling of the North and South Korea beef.
I'll pass.
Okay.
All right. Why don't we go to Donnie? What do you think about the North versus South Korea beef?
I don't even think North Korea exists, to be honest. So
Wait a second.
What a turn of events! So Dominic,
This is a
think
bad.
it is.
This is a bad pick because North Korea doesn't
This
exist.
doesn't even exist.
Okay.
I don't know how like the rest of the world doesn't intervene with how the people are treating North Korea. So it's amazing. It's amazing how it's been like that since the beginning of time. So yeah.
Look, I mean, great stuff. Great. You know what? I'll agree. I don't know how people don't intervene over there with what's going
You know
on.
what I mean? I don't understand.
All right. So I'm gonna come back to me. I've got two picks in a row here. I've got some really
Have you seen those documentaries on North Korea? Like people have the
No.
body like people have the body types of like Pinocchio because they're so malnourished.
Well, that leads to my next pick. I'm just saying.
Oh God.
Koreans versus food.
They're
Oh,
allergic
fuck.
to nutrition.
All right, let's see. So my number 2, so I got coming around. So what do I want to, this is just strategic of where I want to play each one. I think I want to get this. I don't think anybody's going to go with that one later. I don't think anybody's going to go with this either, but I do want to put this on my board very high, particularly right below Hitler versus Jews. The 2019 Popeyes Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich war is my second pick. Starting in 2019 after Popeyes or after Chick-fil-A gained a bunch of steam with their chicken sandwich, Popeyes released a brand new chicken sandwich, and an internet war began that would actually start a war where now over 32 fast food, fast casual restaurants have their own version of the chicken sandwich to battle against these two. But it all started in 2019 with Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. I mean,
So you're
when
choosing the
Popeyes came
sandwich. It's not like the public opinion is what you're like the public
No.
opinion be the actual
chain
restaurants.
but I'm thinking the beginning of it.
Got
Popeyes
got
versus
it.
Chick-fil-A, because they were deliberately targeting each other in ads, talking bad about it. Then on like Twitter and stuff, it got like hyper violent. People were getting hyper violent about what you think is better. Every single social media place around the world was talking about Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A.
Going back to Donny, it was like a white versus black situation.
Yeah, people were
I mean,
reselling
pretty
that.
close. Pretty
Like
close.
if a restaurant sold out, like people resold them like while they were in line.
Yep. I just want you to know. I just want to note that I was on the right side of history for that. For what
the white
cheese
side of history.
That's what I heard him say too, Donny.
Yeah.
He's a big Chick-fil-A guy.
I hate chicken. No,
You know,
thank
some
you.
people on this podcast will say that KFC is on par with the Popeyes chicken sandwich. And then
me.
when I challenge them, they
Hey.
didn't respond to me.
Donny's one of them too.
Oh,
Look at
Donny
that,
and
Donny.
Dominic agree on something. Look at
I'm
that.
not. I'm not.
I
saying
prefer.
I'm not saying it's just as good, but on a good day, it's pretty fucking good.
I prefer KFC to the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Honestly.
Yeah, we get it, Travis. You posted the black square. We understand.
Yeah. I'm the biggest pander in the world. Just imagine how many of those
Once
N-words I'm
Church's
gonna have to
chicken
blank
comes
out
out with
from this
the
episode,
sandwich,
Tyler.
Travis is all over it.
Oh God.
All right. So, Dominic, what do you think about the pick?
I mean, for the longest time, it was very much this was a very much Chick-fil-A house, and then Brandon of all people got me kind of hooked on the Popeye sandwich. So it's whatever I'm in the mood for. If I want chicken,
You want a little homophobia? Go to Chick-fil-A.
That's
Yeah.
right.
sounds about right. It's fine with me.
Yeah, it depends. All it is Dominic goes, "What day of the week it is?" And then he goes, "I guess we're going to Popeyes today. It's Sunday."
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Although
sounds about right.
you do not like Popeyes fries. That's what you said on Curveballs and Chair Shots.
Dude, cannot stand them whatsoever.
Do you not like Cajun fries? What's the deal?
So I like Cajun seasoning, not whatever that fucking crap is.
Popeye, you said Popeye's fries?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible. I agree.
Thank you.
What?
They're
This is
absolutely
wild.
What is going on here?
They're flaky.
Yep.
They're not
Speak on it.
they're light, and they don't go well with any of the sauces that if you were to ask for. They have like
But-
what, like six, 8 sauces over there.
You just get hot sauce and you put it on there. You don't dip it into. That's a dip. We're gonna have that
No.
conversation later. Yeah, no.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
that's what you do. You put the hot sauce on the front. I do it every time. I know.
No.
That's a bad take. All right, let's move on here. I'll go to my wraparound pick to start the third round here. This next one I'm going to take. You know what? This is going to be good. This is the second time 50 Cent is going to be taken off the board in this.
Jesus.
I don't think anybody does a beef quite like 50 Cent, and I'm going to take the 50 Cent versus Ja Rule beef. 50 Cent actually took this so far to at one point buy out the first 15 rows of Ja Rule's concert in New York City. So when he went on stage, there was nobody to look to in the first 15 rows. I mean, this went
That's
from
so petty.
Yeah, it's so petty. I think it started with somebody in 50 Cent's crew, the G-Unit, trying to steal a chain from Ja Rule or something like that. It led to one of 50 Cent's guys getting shot or stabbed. I can't remember which one. And then some retaliation on Ja Rule, but then just ended in petty shit like that. And I think it still goes on to this day. I believe 50 Cent still cannot stand Ja Rule. One of the best was when he tried to, I forget which album it was. He did a little skit, which album skits back in the day, those who know, where he impersonated Ja Rule's accent, which always leads me back to, remember Ty was going to create that game show where it was like Ja Rule or DMX.
Yep. That was good times.
That's my pick. 50 Cent versus Ja Rule.
I never realized
sure-
how Ja Rule was. I thought he was a little pussy, and then like hearing all this stuff about him when it happened, I was like, oh, he's actually kind of not dangerous, but you know.
Pretty sure 50 Cent is the reason that Firefest went under. It was all just part of that beef, that petty beef shit.
50 Cent halted all of everything being shipped over. He called personally all the bands that were supposed to play Firefest and got them to not go because Ja Rule was in.
Because Ja Rule invested. Yeah, that's right.
That's great. Cheese, anything on 50 Cent, Ja Rule?
Great beef. Great beef.
Great beef. Yeah, there's not much
Great
to be
beef.
said there. We'll move it
Not
on.
much.
We'll go back to the Dominic's third pick here. Dominic, your third pick and the biggest
Well,
beef.
I was hoping that I would have the first musical beef, but I guess not. But mine, you know, being that I do love metal music and heavy metal,
Can I guess it? Can I guess it?
If you guess it, go ahead.
It's Lars versus Napster.
Yes, Metallica versus Napster. Correct. Yes, it is. I've always been behind them, and this is something that a lot of people were upset about, but good for Metallica. Get your money.
So you're telling me you've never illegally downloaded any type of music, Dominic? You're always a straight shooter?
Me, no, but someone else in this household, yes.
That's what was going to be my next question. Which sharing platform did you guys use growing up? Everybody had to have used one. LimeWire.
Yep.
My computer never recovered after that.
Donny.
Oh, I remember that one. That was a good one.
That was a great one.
It doesn't entertain me.
Doesn't entertain you?
Nope.
No. What? When you were growing up, did you use a sharing platform to like a LimeWire or anything like that?
Yeah, LimeWire, but that everyone used that.
Yeah, what did you guys do after LimeWire shut down? LimeWire got shut down pretty early there, and you had to move on to stuff. Did you guys just give up the game?
Yep.
Pretty much. It wasn't. It was. You had to get like these condensed files, and they'd just be viruses. After LimeWire is done.
Yeah,
I did the YouTube converters, converted YouTube videos into MP3s and shit like that.
That was before I taught you how to use a YouTube converter, Tyler.
Yeah.
I used to use some under the name of BearShare and FreeWire, and I used about 8 different ones.
There's
BearShare
still Solar Movies still going strong.
Solar Movies to stream illegal movies. Yes. I mean, this is great. We're just outing ourselves, but all right.
That's your limitations. We're fine, right?
Yeah, Metallica versus Napster was a funny thing because I get it in revenue from streaming and stuff like that now but I just don't think it's profitable what they were trying to do, right? At the time, you could only buy each song or buy the album from iTunes or go out and buy the CD. Now with Spotify, like much doesn't go back to the performer at all. And most performers just kind of use it as a platform to sell tickets to their shows. That's where the main source of revenue comes in. And for me, it's one of the downfalls of Metallica. I love that band. Everybody who knows me knows I love Metallica, but it just, I mean, it just goes to a little bit of the cheapness side of it, you know. But also I can attest. I paid what? How much were those tickets that when we went to? We took both of the brothers. Cheese, like fucking.
There it is, right there. There's the ball.
Night before. Yeah,
they were a lot. They were pretty
500.
much. They were a lot because we bought them kind of late, so we had to like secondhand them.
I was behind home plate at that concert, and my 2 tickets were $450 for both.
But did you get an inflatable football, Dominic?
No, I did not. But I did.
you were in seats, Dominic?
Oh, I had the best fucking view. It was.
I mean,
The
I
best.
was upper deck
weren't
a
on the
little
floor.
bit.
Yeah, you weren't on the floor though. How can that be? We
And
were
you're at
about,
home plate, which is like the farthest away from the stage.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
about
it was the
30
best
feet
view.
from the stage.
I did not want to be fucking in the middle of all that shit. I mean,
We met some good brothers from like Carolina. We were
all
talking about
those
the
guys,
Panthers.
were-
It was a great
those guys
time.
were weird.
see,
What was
Brandon,
the-
the thing is, I worked all day that day. I did not want to be standing up and jumping around for the next fucking 4 hours or whatever it was. So
Hey, well, I drank all day that day. All right.
tell me something new.
And
I
we
just
walked
did. You didn't
from,
know that
like,
before.
From Bart, like all the way down to Oracle, and that was we didn't know exactly what we were doing. We walked a fucking mile.
Remember
I did the
about
same
those
thing. I
street
took Bart
beers?
too.
Street
I was
beers,
drunk.
great,
Fucking, but it was a great concert. Loved it.
great concert for sure. All right, Ty, we'll move on to you for your third round pick.
Perfect. And this again, I mean, I'm not trying to call people out on the podcast, but this is another one that has, somebody on the podcast. This straight from the main streets of Fast and Furious, The Rock versus Vin Diesel. But since we have Vin Diesel,
they hate each
Hey,
other.
hey,
The Rock versus Vin Diesel. I mean, it's all about family. But
family.
I mean,
Family.
it got it to the point where like The Rock doesn't even want to do those movies. They can't be on the same screen. They can't do anything together anymore. It's great. And then when he called them out on Instagram, telling them to come back to his family, just all time great moment.
It's amazing to me the lack of self-humility that Vin Diesel has.
Yeah.
He's only really done 2 things great in his life. That was creating the Fast and or being not even creating. He didn't create this. He was just one of the first actors in the first Fast and the Furious movies, and being in the 1992 or 1994 Street Sharks commercial where he handled the Street Shark hand puppets. It's the only 2 things he ever did good in his life, and he wants to talk to The Rock like he's his older brother, and like he's got so much more on him, when The Rock is literally one of the, probably, if I were to name 15 people worldwide that are known, The Rock is on that list. And it's amazing to me Vin Diesel thinks he's like, I don't know, I don't want to get into it too much, but Donny, any commentary on that one?
They don't like each other because their egos clash, and yeah.
Do you know how that how it kind of all started, Donny?
I don't. I just know that like 2 big personalities, and The Rock, his character on screen, he needs to be the guy in every movie that he does, or else he won't do it.
Yep.
And I can see, and that's why they clash.
A lot of those guys who, when they started, as the Fast and the Furious franchise grew and they started to bring more people in, more super duper action stars, him, Statham, all these guys, they had to start including. They had to start including into the contracts that basically like a punch for punch rule, that not one person could come out from any fight during the movie and look like the loser. It was written in the contract. So if they would count up, if Vin Diesel had 46 punches in that fight, The Rock could not have any less or any more than 46 punches. And then after,
I mean, Donnie was spot on. It's their egos.
Yeah.
Yeah, And that's not just a Fast and Furious exclusive thing. Like The Rock, he can't handle not being a secondary person. You've seen all his movies. You know, Kevin Hart. Anytime he does a movie with Kevin Hart, he's the guy.
Yep.
DC Super Pets coming to you this coming. Or
Yeah,
you know what? I think
he's
it's
the
out
dog.
It's
now.
already out. It's
Out
out
now.
It was out last weekend.
Go watch
He's the
DC
dog.
Super Pets. Keanu
yeah.
Reeves playing the owner, playing Superman. All right, we'll move on. Let's go on to Cheese for his third round pick.
All right. So round 2, I went the TV route. We're going to continue down with some TV beefs. So we're going to go cartoon route with Timmy Turner's dad versus Dinkelberg.
Fuck, dude,
Oh,
that was
That's a
right. That was
perfect
coming
pick.
up.
And
That was coming up on mine.
I went on YouTube just to see if I can find an explanation because it's been so long since I've watched Fairly Odd Parents, and there is canon that apparently Dinkelberg was fucking Timmy's mom back in the
Jesus.
day.
Oh yeah, he was
And
laying that pipe
now,
hard.
now Timmy's dad, got her, and for some reason they're still neighbors, and so yes, there's a little cuck element to
That's
it.
because he was still Dinkelberg was
Dinkelberg.
still tapping it on the side. That's why
He knows.
he
He
knew.
doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
Timmy
Cuck's
Turner's
watching the
dad
show.
sounds like this Ryler guy, if you ask me.
Yeah, sounds exactly like him.
All right, Donnie, let's move it on to you. Third and
I'm
fourth
scared.
pick. Say
I'm
your third
scared.
pick, and then wait a minute for commentary and go into your fourth. Third pick, Donnie.
Christian people and gay people.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I said Adolf Hitler versus the Jews, and you said low hanging fruit. And so far, you've gone white and black people, LAPD versus riots, and now Christians versus gays.
Talk about low hanging fruit.
Oh God.
Great pick.
Oh,
Great pick.
Oh shit. That's great.
It's been a few since Adam and Eve. They refused to make it Adam and Steve.
God.
This kind of, you know what, Travis? This kind of goes back. You should give commentary on your pick of with the Chick-fil-A and the KFC. You should give the commentary here.
Oh yeah. This is
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like my pick of Chick-fil-A versus KFC.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yep. And I was on the right side of the history for that one too. All right.
KFC is huge in the gay community. Their go-to chicken.
Did I say KFC?
I don't
Yes.
know. No, I think did you say
Popeyes.
KFC? Yeah, there it is.
I cannot focus. I literally cannot focus.
Why,
After-
dude?
My brain's in scrambles after that pick. Like, what's number 4, Donnie?
I mean, yeah,
I'm
just
even
go into
looked.
number 4, Donnie.
Women's sports and the NCAA.
Okay.
Wait,
you know
women's
what?
sports versus the NCAA. What it?
No one pays attention to them.
Yeah.
They don't spend any money on them. They're not aired on TV. Besides maybe field hockey and women's basketball and softball.
So
That's
what's
about
their
it.
beef with the NCAA?
Because they had to be before the whole TV rights thing with ESPN and Fox, and before all that, like they weren't. I mean, I could relate to this. How about this? Like at the junior college level, I played baseball, and the football team would get catered meals, and we'd get sandwich vouchers from Subway.
Oh shit. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. In the sense that there's not really a
Yeah.
beef, it's more that just the
They
NCAA
get the
is
short end.
treated better
Oh, yeah.
than women's sports, like professional
Oh yeah,
women's sports.
100%.
Okay.
You know what? What a turn of events. I thought that was going to be so much worse. I mean, what a back to back.
We got one more. He's got one more
I-
pick
I
on the
know,
very back
which,
end.
which I'm scared. Like the end of he finishes this thing off, and it could literally be. I don't even know. Oh,
I would
God.
laugh if he just goes like, I don't want to give away, but
Yeah, but
like if it's just completely not anything like the rest of his list.
Like Lakers Celtics.
Okay, yeah.
well, you already chose white versus black. You can't do that again.
Damn.
That's a good one. Where's Kyrie?
Oh,
Oh.
All right.
All right, we'll go back to Cheese. This is your fourth pick before the last swing around.
So I was gonna save this one for the very end, but just to kind of keep the trend and keep up with Donnie, I got to move this one up to 4. We're gonna go with Alex Jones versus the chemical they put into the water that turns the freaking.
I'm just gonna put Alex Jones versus turning the frogs gay, or whatever. I'll figure it out.
I don't even watch Alex Jones. And I know what he's talking about.
Oh, that's
It's
fucking
all,
great.
all over the internet.
Oh my god, fucking Alex! I think that might be one of Alex Jones's most famous things too. It's fucking great.
I know things I can get in trouble for.
I don't watch his show, but I do watch him every time he's on Rogan, and it's a high. It's like riding a roller coaster for 4 hours. It for real is. Dominic, what do you know about Alex Jones?
Who?
There
You don't know
go.
anything about Alex Jones.
I mean, is it really? Is it?
What
is there
about
any
go
relevance, or-
go ask Ian? I'm pretty sure Ian knows a lot about Alex Jones.
I thought it was some baseball player like Chipper Jones or whatever, Andrew Jones or something.
Not quite,
Jones.
but
Close.
I think it would be. It's if you have an extra, like you're laying around on Sunday, want to do something fun, get into a YouTube rabbit hole of Alex Jones. It's a
Just
fun
But make
time.
sure you
Jones
make
rants.
sure you have like a rope tied to you so you can get out of there quickly. You don't want to go too deep.
Gotcha.
Okay, Bubba
Donnie,
Wallace.
hold on. Donnie, go. How deep do we go?
Oh my god! Wait, before he answers, can we just not run past the fact that he just said, "Okay, Bubba Wallace"?
Oh.
I heard it.
Wait, did Johnny just say, "Okay, Bubba Wallace"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are
really,
you
what a-
talking to?
No, because you said something about make sure you have a rope tied to you or something like that. And I said, okay, Bubba Wallace.
Did Bubba Wallace hang himself?
No.
No, remember
Jesus
during
Christ.
NASCAR, like there was a rope in his garage at that
A noose.
racetrack.
Oh,
Yeah, it was tied in the noose.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Every time I hear rope, I just do Robin Williams jokes, so I'm not used to making any other ones.
All right.
Oh fuck. That's a
All right,
good one.
Ty, let's go to you. Fourth pick.
Oh shit! I don't know how to follow these up.
Alex
Um,
Jones versus Sandy Hook actors is still on the board, Tyler. If you want to follow that up.
Oh my god.
I still don't think it happened.
Oh.
You fucking.
I'm
piece
sorry.
Of
I'm
shit.
I'm matching Donnie's energy, and I that's what happens.
Hey, that's some A+ shit.
That was
I mean,
fucking.
You could go any like Columbine versus kids and all that stuff.
Oh fuck!
Columbine versus.
That's tough. I'm gonna play it a little bit safer here. I'm gonna go with Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis versus taking showers.
Okay.
They came out and said that they don't take showers and they don't give their kids showers or anything like that. They're probably some of the stinkiest people on planet Earth right now.
They probably listen to Alex Jones. Is what
That-
they put
you
in
know
the
what?
water.
Probably they're afraid of the water.
that's where the chemical is. It's turning the frogs gay.
We're not too far off from frogs, right?
You really think Mila Kunis stinks? Dude.
She
Dominic,
doesn't
you wanna
shower.
He
go in
doesn't
there and smell?
shower.
She
Okay,
never
your
shower-
point. I bet you she still smells like fucking peaches and rainbows.
I doubt it.
What leads you to believe that?
I don't know. She's hot. I
Because
don't
she's
know.
hot.
If
Yeah.
hot, you've never smelt a gross hot person, huh?
No, never.
Oh man, that's something. That's something. I wish I could have your brain.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
It's so innocent and sweet.
It's
You
all
just
scrambled
they
from all the
look
concussions.
they look attractive. I bet they smell like cookie doughs.
Whoa, why's it gotta be fucking cookie? What the fuck?
I just said a sweet thing, dude. All right.
What the fuck? I'm on a
Oh.
diet. Whatever your name is, Travis.
Oh, you're on a diet now? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have picked Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. I don't want to upset your diet.
He's on the McDonald's
No.
diet.
I was
Ignore
gonna
the
say,
McDonald's.
Dominic,
Ignore it.
Wait. It's,
what I was gonna ask him about it earlier.
now
I
I'm the
didn't wanna
fucking
out him.
idiot.
I didn't want to out him for the diet, but
So, are you for real on a diet, or is this a bit?
No, I really am, but I kind of fell off the wagon right now. So
How long did it last before you had this McDonald's?
2 weeks.
What do we have before the podcast, Dominic, last week?
Well, the pizza was I put the pizza in the phone though. Hey,
Okay.
you don't
He put
have
his
to be
pizza in his
perfect
phone.
to be successful. So watch your mouth.
that's right.
What?
Amen.
I think
brother.
Alex Jones said that same thing. Maybe he's secretly been watching Alex Jones this whole time.
Maybe I
All
am
right.
Alex Jones.
I knew it.
All right, Dominic, your fourth pick.
Well, kind of riding the Mila Kunis bandwagon here. I'm gonna go with Peter Griffin versus the chicken.
I love that. That's a
Solid
great pick. I love that pick, actually.
I remember my family gave me the first box set of Family Guy, and that was like the third episode I watched was the Y2K, and just I fell in love with that whole, well, not just Family Guy, but just the chicken himself. I think love the rooster. You know what I mean?
It's a perfect thing for like Family Guy is all about the jump cuts and things like that, and kind of these one-off jokes and which are funny. Like I'm not here to talk about how like that's not a high level of humor or what have you. I think it's still can be very funny at times, though it's not great. But that's one of the funniest running bits is that they would just literally out of nowhere, where you think there's going to be a jump cut, take the chicken, bring him in, and divulge the rest of the episode to them fighting or until the next commercial break or whatever, what have you. But they would just say, nope, we're doing this now. And it's
like a pump fake. Like a pump fake.
It's really good. I like that. And it's a great pick for this draft, especially. Does anybody disagree with the pick?
No, I think solid pick.
Solid pick. Good stuff all the way around.
Start off trash, and now I'm being better.
Trash. Fortnite versus Apple wasn't a trash pick.
It was a trash pick.
That was top tier.
Solid.
I thought I was going to get a lot more pop for that.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
That's up there with
read the room. I mean,
Donny, fucking with fucking whites and blacks and fucking Jews and Hitler and shit. Like, how must I? No one warned me for this shit. Jeez.
That's Jews, Hitler, whites, blacks, and then there's Apple and Fortnite close third.
And Popeyes and Chick-fil-A.
And then there's 50 feet of shit. Then there's the Oakland A.
There's 50 feet of shit. Then there's Alex Jones down here with his gay frogs.
All right. So I've got my final two picks right back to back. I have one. Let's see. I don't want to. So I don't. Let's see. I don't have. I'll do that. I will take. I'm gonna take first. I'm going to take Happy Gilmore versus Shooter McGavin.
Okay.
As my next one. Classic. I think this is even greater because the actor who plays Shooter McGavin will still go around and act like Shooter McGavin.
I think that's the only thing he does now.
I think he is Shooter McGavin now.
He just is Shooter.
He is Shooter, yeah. I mean, Shooter tried to to get him kicked off the tour, Doug. Yep. Tried to buy his grandmother's house to get him to leave the tour. He infiltrated his Happy Zone. He was a pure menace to Happy Gilmore. He hired the guy with the bug to run him over and take him out to Red Lobster.
Never went.
That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame they didn't go.
Is this a bad time to tell you I've never been to Red Lobster either?
You've never been to Red Lobster?
Never.
No worries.
You should take me sometime.
You want me to take you?
Sure. You buying?
You have to do a job for him first, though.
Yeah.
You gotta earn those biscuits, Dominic.
Yeah.
Right.
I heard they're very delicious.
If you do 6 more of these podcasts with me. Okay, no. Hold on. I will buy you Red Lobster. I'll buy you Red Lobster if you agree to get Cheese's partner on the Bullet Cast on here and me mediate between you two.
Oh, that'd be a great episode. That'd be a great episode.
Well, see, where I'm very much like,
he doesn't want to get too racist. That's what he's saying. That's what he's skirting around right now.
Pretty much.
Well, I'm sending this directly to him, but I'm gonna cut your face over Donnie's screen.
That'd be perfect. We'll just when you make the graphic for this, just all of Donnie's picks are under Dominic's moniker.
Oh, that's right. I don't even have to send him the video. I could just send him the graphic.
Just send him the graphic.
Yeah.
And I'll just at the bottom, it'll just be like, what's his name? Cheese.
Philip. Or the microphone Messiah.
The microphone Messiah. Come on.
27-year-old piece of gold or whatever.
Why can't he just be original and just be by his name? He has to fucking steal all these other people's fucking gimmicks and shit. Come on.
Should I kind of roast him for my last pick?
No,
yeah,
it's fine.
please.
I'm not gonna say anything because out of respect for Brandon, I was trying to
that's
be
fine.
nice.
He's not going to listen to this. Only 5 people listen to this anyways. 3 of
Yeah,
them are all my girlfriends. So,
Your
no,
girlfriends?
but no singular.
What? I mean, it kind of sounded
No singular?
Okay.
Not, what?
Plural. Go ahead. Those poor 2 other girls who get 0 sex from me as well are really upset. All right, so
I know what I'm picking for the 5th one.
No, me too. Mormons and normal marriage.
What the fuck? Oh,
That's a
You're
good
a Mormon.
yep.
You're a Mormon, aren't you, Travis?
Seventh-day Adventist or whatever the fuck they're called. All right, my last one. My last one here. I'm gonna go with Anakin Skywalker versus the younglings.
Good beef.
The biggest beef of all time, and
And I mean-
especially now after Kenobi came out.
Yeah, and you got to think that beef lasts because Anakin's a Force ghost, so he's just hanging around with those younglings.
Yep. How
It
do you
doesn't-
explain yourself?
Is that
how
really
do you-
considered a beef though? I mean, he slaughtered them all. I mean,
So did Hitler with the Jews, but
not all of them. Not all of them.
He
They're
would have
still
if
kicking.
it wasn't for those meddling kids
I mean,
and
he
their
did-
damn red, white, and blue.
Anakin didn't kill all of the younglings. He just killed a lot of them.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I guess
the third sister leaked out.
That's right.
so. You're telling me right now, Anakin Skywalker is the same evil as Hitler.
Yeah,
mean-
directly. He
Yeah.
blew
Go
up.
with body count wise.
He blew up a whole planet because he just wanted to find out where
Modern?
the planet. What's that?
Alderaan.
Alderaan.
I mean, if we're going body counts, I think it goes Anakin Skywalker, Hitler, and then Wilt Chamberlain, because apparently Wilt Chamberlain's body count's supposed to be way up there.
It's a huge number. I mean, that guy laying pipe all the time.
Oh shit!
All right, let's get a round up mine. Let's go to Dominic for your last pick of the draft.
Well, shit. I really don't know because my thing
He
is
only had 4 picks.
Oh no, I mean I have a list, but like when I start off with Fortnite and versus Apple, and I'm looking the rest of mine, I'm like I'm gonna be fucking
It's
just
gone,
Nothing.
it's gone downhill from there.
It's just
Terrible.
straight down from that point. You peaked in round 1.
I'll say this one because I'm surprised. I don't really know Donnie that very well, but I know out of the 3 of you, you guys are huge fucking A's fans. So
Donnie is a huge A's fan as well.
he is okay. So I
Yeah.
mean, with all of
Yeah.
you guys being huge A's fans,
Dominic,
I
we're
would
all
expect it-
A's fans, right?
well, we are, yes, but I would have expected one of you to say this, but I guess I'll say it. It is the Astros versus the whole entire MLB because they're fucking cheating pieces of shit and they're
And they
trash.
still get it done. I don't get it either. That's a good beef.
It's the best beef.
I don't think that's a bad pick either. I really don't. It's a decent pick. I think it's fallen out of favor lately because they have let go of most of the players from that team and still continue to reign upon the division. So it
Well,
kind of
Well,
lost
they
look
its
at
come to the
luster.
Coliseum in the last
That's right.
place. Oakland A's sweep them.
That's right. You didn't have to
Oh.
add the last place part, but you could have just.
It's
you
just
could have
adds on
just
top.
said
You
the
know, it's
Oakland
okay.
A's swept them.
You know what's a funny thing is
Could have said worst team in the league, but I didn't.
Dominic saying that he's watched one game and that's the opening day game or whatever on your guys' podcast, Curveballs and Chair
Yep.
Shots. Check it
Yep.
out every
Shout out.
Saturday. Shout out. I watched my first A's. I did not even a full one. I watched part of my first A's game the other day, and it was 2.5 innings.
I
So
don't feel that bad now.
yeah, no, don't feel bad at all. I don't care. I'm literally boycotting the team. Plus, my provider for television does not get the Oakland A's. So
Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
So when you said the A's, Dominic, I had this on my big board and I didn't pick it. I thought you were going to go with the A's versus wild card games. That's another good beef.
That would've been a good
Oh
one.
It's a
my
very
God.
one-sided beef.
see,
Oh,
but
look
that
at
hurts
Donnie.
you.
you.
You,
That hurts
look at
you
you
more
struck a
than me,
nerve
though.
with Donnie.
Oakland A's versus elimination games.
Oh,
we
man.
went to the A's game when they played the Rays, and apparently the game was over before we even sat down. We were in line with everyone getting beers and drinks. Before we even got our drinks, they hit a 2-run home run in the first inning.
Yep.
The Rays, yeah, and then we're like, okay, well, that's that.
Remember those two whores that were sitting near us who told us that we were being too negative for them because we were wondering why they still had Sean Manaea in the fucking game and why he was starting to begin with.
I don't even think they should have started in that game.
Should have never started him. Never.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Tyler, let's go to your last pick here.
All right, staying in the baseball realm, but not necessarily into the big league. Something we've all had to deal with before in the past, and that's little league dads versus volunteer umpires.
Oh,
There's no fucking beef like it.
oh.
Whether it's a teenager volunteering who doesn't give a shit, or it's an old man this is the only power he has in his life. They have all the control, and it drives people crazy, and I fucking love it.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
always there for the beef.
I love seeing people get frustrated when it's like when it's their only passion.
Yeah, I agree, especially watching you, Donnie, personally, just get very upset from the dugout as a coach. That was great.
I got thrown out by Jim Davis.
Yep.
Remember when I got thrown out by Steve because I told him to fucking stand up and stop kneeling behind the catcher?
These are the people I'm talking about, getting beef with the umpires.
Hey, none of us were dads when we coached that team.
That's true. That's true.
I ran that program. I ran that program for 4 years. Not one kid was mine. Molding young minds.
But you loved each kid as if
What
they
a hero.
were your own, right, Travis?
Not each one of them. I hated that fat shit Gabe.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Shout out, Gabe.
Shout out, Gabe.
Hopefully he's listening.
He's the fourth listener other than Travis's.
Do you want to hear one of the funniest stories about Gabe real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Tell us about that.
Gabe's mom told me we had a practice. I believe this practice was scheduled over spring break. It was like a Friday during the day practice or something or the other. It was either on the weekend or Friday during the day. She said, "Hey, look, Gabe's not going to be able to make it. We're out of town this weekend, blah, 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 blah." No worries. Well, we were practicing on Field 4. For those of you who know the Little League ballpark, Field 4 is closest to the street, Grant Avenue. All of a sudden, in the middle of practice, we see Gabe's mom's car driving by the practice field, going that way, and then making a left on Llewellyn. Everybody's like, we thought all the kids there noticed it, and we're like, where's Gabe at? Why isn't he here at practice? And we were like, I don't know what to tell you. About 10, 15 minutes later, Gabe's mom comes driving back down the other street, back to where she comes, windows rolled down, Gabe in the front seat, smashing a Jack in the Box burger into his fat face.
My man.
Nice.
And then the kids went to school the next day, or when school let back, and asked him and roasted him and said, "Where were you at? Why weren't you at practice? We saw you eating Jack in the Box in the car." And then his mom called me and said, "We told you we couldn't make it to practice. Why are the kids all harassing Gabe?" And I said, "Why did you drive by practice with him eating Jack in the Box when everybody's out here working their ass off, you fucking cunt?" So, fun story. Sorry.
Jesus.
And that was one of the
I didn't
ones
call
he
her a
left-
cunt to her face, but I was about that fucking close.
That was one of the kids that Travis considered to be like a son to him from that team.
Okay.
All right, Cheese, it is your final pick.
Well, we're going to keep the baseball theme rolling here. And it also kind of ties into Donnie's list maybe a little bit. There might be some racial undertones as I got Madison Bumgarner versus having fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Bumgarner versus having fun?
Having fun. We all know what that's code for.
You know, them people
I
doing
thought-
bad.
You might as well say Bumgarner versus Popeyes.
I thought you were gonna say like Jackie Robinson versus Brooklyn Dodger fans.
No, I was saving that one for you.
Yeah, I figured that was we were going the baseball theme. We figured that was going to be your last pick, Donnie.
Or,
Donnie's
who did-
gonna be like civil rights activists versus
Yeah.
fire hoses.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Well, I after that, I think without further ado, I think we should just wrap
Right
this
into Donnie's.
wrap this one up with Donnie here and your final pick, Donnie, and then I'll go through, I'll announce everybody's picks, and then if anybody has any
I'll have
honorable
a
mentions
bunch-
we
I
wanted
have
to
a
get off our
bunch.
list, I've got a bunch over here. We'll just rack through them real quick.
um,
Donnie, your last pick.
the transgender community and Dave Chappelle.
Fair
All
pick.
right.
Good
You know what?
answer. Good
Fair
answer.
enough.
Good answer.
Great
Yeah.
answer. Great answer. I mean,
It's
Yeah,
come here
that-
to the Bay Area now. I've seen some
Yeah.
things on the news.
Sonoma.
I didn't know they let him off the plane.
So
They
the
what?
Wait, you said Dave Chappelle's coming? Is that what you said?
I guess.
He's
I
already
didn't say that.
he did Sonoma last night before, something like that. He's in Sonoma.
I saw him. I mean, I saw him not long after this beef
I'm
in
surprised
in San Francisco.
they let you in, Trav.
Why would I? What? Why?
You look mid transition.
I'm an ally, all right, to Dave Chappelle and the trans community, all right.
Yeah, we know.
We're gonna bring
Yeah.
him on the podcast for you to mediate between them.
I think if you like fake tits, you should like fake vag as well, all right. You should
That
have
ain't
no
blood.
problem.
That ain't blood. It's beet juice.
All right. This is off the rails.
Yeah. All
This is a
right.
great addition.
All right, I'm gonna run these down real quick. All right, so me first. I had Adolf versus the Jews, the 2019 Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A sandwich war, 50 Cent versus Ja Rule, Shooter McGavin versus Happy Gilmore, Anakin Skywalker versus the Younglings. Dominic had Fortnite versus Apple, North Korea versus South Korea, Metallica versus Napster, Peter Griffin versus the Chicken, Astros versus the entire Major League Baseball. Tyler had Mayweather versus 50 Cent, Donny versus the Liberal Agenda,
Thank you. Good.
The Rock versus Vin Diesel,
Kutcher
Ashton
and Mila
Kutcher
Kunis.
versus Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis versus Showers, and Little League Dads versus volunteer umpires.
Yep.
She's had Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon, Breaking Bad Walter White versus The Fly, Timmy Turner's dad versus Dinkelberg, Alex Jones versus The Chemical turning the frogs gay, Bumgardner versus Having Fun. Should I put that in quotations,
Oh,
please?
absolutely. Yes,
Having
yeah.
fun in quotations,
Okay.
Make
Yeah,
sure you
he's
put like
terrible.
when you do the
or
when you do the
bad
graph-
flips,
yeah,
bad
when you-
flips in
when you
quotations.
do the graphic, make sure it's like Madison Bumgarner and then like Jazz Chisholm or Tim Anderson, one of those guys.
Tim
Okay.
Anderson versus Donaldson.
Put my boy
Um,
Puig on there.
There we go. Yeah.
Hold up. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to do honorable mentions. All right. And finally, the draft that we've all been waiting to be read in order. Donald, your draft is white versus black people, LAPD versus riots, Christians versus gays, professional women's sports versus the NCAA, and the trans community versus Dave Chappelle.
Right.
Finally.
I'm kind of
Those
scared.
are heavy hitters. I'm sorry. Those
yeah.
are some heavy hitters.
All right, Donnie, why don't you start with some of your honorable mentions?
Okay. I have Roe versus Wade. I have
Solid.
I have Magic Johnson versus HIV versus the human race.
Which we
More
talked
so
about.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
little
triple threat.
confusing.
Triple threat match.
That's a
That's a
triple threat.
confusing-
Because-
we talked about
because
this
normal-
yesterday.
Because normal people can't get the same medication Magic can, and yeah.
It's true.
It's really that Magic Johnson doesn't really have HIV.
It's just millions of
that.
dollars just crumpled up. South Park does
Um,
about this.
and Mormons versus normal marriage. That's all I have.
Oh, that was an honest thing. I thought that was a bit you pulled. You
Yeah,
actually had
yeah.
that written down.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Great.
Dominic, you want to say some of your honorable mentions?
I got a few. And one is, I think Brandon might be the only one that will get it, but I have Matt Hardy versus Edge.
Well, I understand
Ooh.
that.
I had Matt Hardy versus Edge. Yeah,
Another cuck storyline.
the
Yeah.
battle for Lita.
Yep.
Jeff Hardy versus drugs.
Damn.
Good one.
Damn.
Still going on. It's still going on.
The beef that just keeps on going.
I heard a little bit. I also I do have no one talked about Biggie versus Tupac. East Coast West Coast battle royale kind of.
Yep.
And then I don't really want to say it because I
Oh,
don't know much
say
about it, but NWA versus Ice Cube. That was given to me at work today.
Okay. Very
But
interesting.
Ice Cube was in NWA, Dominic.
Yeah, but this is when he left to do his thing, and then they started all talking their shit. No Vaseline came out. Great diss track.
Oh.
I suppose I never heard of it.
This just
heard it's a
this
great
just
diss
sounds
track.
like you just heard Straight
What do
Outta
you mean?
Compton, the movie. That's just sounds like all you're saying.
Never even seen that movie either.
You listened to it today. You listened to the song today, Dominic. Don't lie to the
Dude,
people.
that speakerphone was trash.
Well, it's a 45-year-old man's Android that you were listening off of it. So.
Yeah. So
Wait a second. So the old guy at work who advised you to pick
Shout out
this
Rich.
pick. Shout out Rich. I thought Rich quit.
yeah,
But then he
well,
returned.
he came back the next
He
day.
comes out of retirement more times than Tyler Gunderson.
You should go into work and be like, have you ever heard that song Return of the Mac?
I'll do it tomorrow.
I'll attest to it.
Tyler, any honorable mentions? I'm sure
Okay.
you have a bunch.
I got a few. I had Eminem versus Mariah Carey, and then it was like 0.2 seconds later, Nick Cannon versus Pulling Out.
Nice.
The man just won't stop having
Nice.
kids. Plankton versus Mr. Krabs, Mike Wazowski
Nice.
versus Randall. Pretty basic. And then I saw Delonte West TikTok earlier today, and it made me remember that he fucked LeBron James' mom. So I put LeBron James versus Delonte West.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cheese, do you have any honorable mentions for this?
I do have some honorable mentions. Some we did actually talk about a little bit. I got Dominic versus Phillip. Trapdoor to Hell versus Curveballs and Sure Shots still going
Great.
No,
Okay.
that beef is squashed, remember?
on. Okay, yes, sorry.
Jeez.
Kevin Durant haters versus Kevin Durant's burner accounts.
Damn, that would have been a good pick.
Wrestling fans beef with deodorant.
But hey, as long as if they're attractive, then they don't need it.
exactly.
Good point.
I definitely need it.
Plankton
See,
Crabs,
that
Tyler.
in itself is backwards because you're an attractive man.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't hear that one. Can you repeat that?
Wrestling fans versus deodorant.
Ooh.
It's a battle that just keeps on raging on.
Wait, Brandon, do you put deodorant on?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What kind? What kind?
He puts it in his
Gel or-
asshole.
Gel or the white ones? White
It's
ones.
gel.
Gel?
But that's not antiperspirant.
This-
I just care as long as they don't smell. I already know I'm going to sweat.
He uses
Anytime.
gel because he doesn't like to go to Chick-fil-A.
He also uses it for his hair as well.
And I use it for my inner thighs. No chafing.
No chafes.
Nice. All right. Any
You have
more,
more
cheese?
cheese?
Plankton
Ooh.
Crab said that. Michael Crabtree versus Aqib Talib.
Michael
Yeah.
Crabtree versus
I said that to Trav.
Aqib
And
Talib
Raiders versus the refs.
Aqib Talib versus Chains.
Chain snatching.
All right, I'll finish off here some of my honorable mentions. Some basic ones, pretty much. One I just thought of would be like incels versus having sex. That's one I just thought of off the top. When you said Mariah Carey, I thought incels for some reason.
Okay. I thought you thought of that when you were talking about your 3 girlfriends.
no. Wile E. Coyote versus Roadrunner.
Nice.
The Yankees versus the Red Sox. So I picked Anakin versus the Younglings, but on my list was Anakin versus the Jedi Council. I pivoted because everybody was kind of going messed up here.
When I was gonna put Anakin versus Mace Windu because Mace Windu would not grant him the
rank of Jedi
rank of
Master.
Master.
He could serve on the council, but he would not be given the rank of Jedi Master.
That's right.
Rugned Odor versus Jose Batista. Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, Steve Rogers, Iron Man, Civil War.
Ooh, I got a good one.
Cortland
Ooh,
Finnegan,
I got one.
Cortland Finnegan versus Andre Johnson, and then Rocky versus Ivan Drago.
Cortland Finnegan, that was the fight with Andre Johnson.
That's where
right?
Andre Johnson ripped his helmet off and started
And
beating
just
the shit out of him. Yeah. When I
Okay.
went to sports, I wanted the beefs to have like a real visual. So that's why I had like 2 of the hardest punches in sports I've really seen thrown like in the open.
Yeah.
Jeremy Giambi and home plate.
Jeremy Giambi's brother in the gun.
Oh
Oh
Jesus!
my god. Or
Wait, Jeremy. Wait, no, it'd be Jason Giambi's brother in the gun.
Oh, that's right. Jeremy was a,
Jeremy-
Yeah.
my bad. Sorry.
J- uh,
Jeremy Giambi versus home plate versus the gun. 3-way
Hey.
matchup.
triple threat.
Triple
Steve
threat.
Irwin versus a Stingray.
Damn, dude, that's too fucking far. That's too far.
Corey Lytle on a plane.
Leonard Skinner versus the plane. I think we can just do tragedies all day, but let's not sit around. All right.
Okay. All right.
That's ours. Thank you very much, Dominic and Cheese, Donald, Tyler. Thank you for coming on to the show. And any guys, you have anything for the audience here?
Thank you, audience, for listening, and make sure you vote for me to have the best list.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and put this out on Twitter and probably
The
Facebook.
The problem is there's 5 of us here. You have 4 listeners, so somebody's just not going to get a vote. I hope it goes to. I hope it doesn't go to the guy who picked Apple versus Fortnite.
No.
If I were to guess, it would probably go to the most. It'd probably go to you, Tyler. To be honest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the Trapdoor fans just hate me.
Yeah. Well,
Well, the Curveballs and Chair Shots fans hate you too, because you gone.
Yeah,
How?
all the
2 of 'em.
fans. But can I change my list? All the fans versus Tyler is my new favorite beef.
Maybe
next time you guys do a tier list, I'd like to come on and do it with you.
for sure.
We're never going to do
Well,
one
okay,
again.
sorry.
Now.
That is up to our producer of the show, Brandon. So
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So I'm gonna sign out, guys. Later.